Has dinner been a constant problem for you? Well, I know how that feels. I have 3 young kids, and we're struggling every night to get dinner on the table. We're constantly running. We're lucky if we even get chicken nuggets and french fries. So I decided as a successful caterer that if I'm having these issues, other people must be having the same issue with dinner time. So I brainstormed and came up with this awesome concept of frozen crock pot meals. It's a lifesaver. You make them all at once, you freeze them, and then whenever you want a dinner, pull it out in the morning, put it in the crock pot. Today, I'd like to show you how to make a frozen shepherd's pie. So for this recipe, you need a few ingredients. Ground beef, fresh. Mashed potatoes, they can be store-bought, you can make them yourself. Leftovers, whatever works for you. Diced carrots and onions, 1 medium onion, 2 carrots, some frozen peas, a little bit of tomato paste. I like fire roasted diced tomatoes, they add some really good flavor. Some minced garlic, Worcestershire sauce, and some beef cooking stock. And that's really it. So let's get started. Alright, so I'm going to add a little vegetable oil to my pan. I have it on a medium high. Just get it nice and warm. I'm going to add the onions and carrots and cook them down, as well as the garlic. You can freeze carrots and onions, but the taste is not the same after you freeze it. The carrots get a little mushy, but if you cook them and freeze them, it'll taste just the same as if you cook them regularly. So we're going to cook these down so the onions are pretty translucent. About 4 minutes. Alright, just been cooking pretty good. I'm going to now add the ground beef, and you're going to brown that all the way through. Chop it up, making smaller pieces. You could also do this, I'm doing about 1.5 pounds of meat here. You could do way more than this and then make multiple batches to freeze for later. I generally make, I don't know, 15 to 20 at a time. I also sell them too, so. But it'll be well worth it tomorrow when I wake up and not have to worry about dinner tomorrow night. Let that cook down. So this meat is just about almost brown completely. And since you're cooking the meat completely through, you don't have to worry about having it in the crock pot for a super long time. What happens when it is in the crock pot is it's actually making this meat and all the flavors kind of combine a little bit more, break the meat down. It's really good. So now it's fully cooked. I'm going to transfer this whole thing over into a side dish. So some flavors in that pan. I'm going to add some butter, a couple tablespoons of butter. Scrape the edges a little bit. I'm going to melt this butter. Now the butter's fully melted, we're going to add a little flour. Make yourself a roux. A roux is just simply equal parts fat to flour. It's like a thickening agent. We're going to thicken this up for a gravy. If you're a beginner, it's really as simple as melting 2 tablespoons of butter and 2 tablespoons of flour until you got this into like almost a thick paste. And if it's not a thick paste, just add a little more flour. So once you got your thicker paste, you're going to now add the beef stock. And mix around that flour and beef stock. A little more. And you want to bring that to a boil. I'm also going to add a little bit of Worcestershire. And about a tablespoon of the tomato paste. Mix that in there too. You want to thicken that up. Mix all those flavors in. See how it's getting nice and thick? If it gets too thick, you can always add a little bit more cooking stock. But really in the crock pot it's going to break down even further, so thick is not a bad thing. Once it gets to the consistency of like a real thick soup, you then can add the beef back in and mix all that together. And here's where I like to put in the fire roasted tomatoes. And the peas. I'm going to mix them all together. If you want, here's where you could add a little salt or pepper. And this is ready to go. You just see that I took all that shepherd's pie, put it inside this seal type bag, which I'm going to use my food saver to seal it up. And I actually got these pretty cool clips. I got them off Amazon. I'll have the link on my website if you want to order them. So right now I'm letting the shepherd's pie cool down a little bit. Then I'm going to put the mashed potatoes on top and seal it up here, put it in the freezer, and it's ready for dinner now, tomorrow, 3 weeks, 3 months, whatever. You know, we're having a really busy day and we're looking for a meal. Alright, so now I'm going to add the mashed potatoes right on top. It's important when you put this in your crock pot that the mashed potatoes will be on the top and not on the bottom. Otherwise they'll become real runny. So you do want these to be on the top. A little bit more left. to seal it up, so I'm going to take this off the clip. A little bit. Push this in here. It's sealing right up. It's a nice vacuum seal. So that will seal it up for, you know, that could last a month or so, or longer actually. I'm probably gonna have this week. So now the shepherd pie is done, all sealed up. This is good for up to 3 months. The last thing I did was staple a fillable PDF recipe sheet, just in case I need to have this meal in about 3 months. I remember exactly what's in it and what I have to do. If you're interested in this form, just click on the link below and it's all yours. I hope you enjoyed this video, and please give me a like and comment below.